Creamy salami rigatoni alla vodka. This is a stunning dish, lots of bold flavours here. So I'm going to start by blending some salami, onions and garlic. Now, I like to use a mild Hungarian salami for this, and I've just taken off the skin. We want this to turn into almost like a salami mince. So I'm going to cut this into smaller pieces, and I love to use the salami because after it cooks down and renders, it becomes super crispy. There's also loads of flavour in the salami. It's got the pepper in there, also other spices and garlic. So I'm just going to cut these into half moon shapes, just pile them onto each other. It's just going to help the food processor chop this nice and evenly. And then in it goes with a sharp blade. And while I'm already chopping in the food processor, I might as well add the onions. So we're just going to cut them into wedges. And our garlic can go in too. So this I'll just bruise. Lid on. And I'm not going to chop this at a high speed. What I prefer to do is pulse it so we get that really fine mince that I'm after. All right, let's have a look at that. Perfect. It looks exactly like a mince. Blade out. And I'll add a bit of oil to a pan. Not too much because all of the fat's going to render from that salami. And then we're going to place this straight into our pan. So just on a medium to low heat, not too hot. We just want to slowly fry this. And it's going to take about 5 to 10 minutes or until it's slightly golden in colour and that fat has started to melt away. All right, pasta's gone in the water, so it's all about bringing the whole sauce together, and it doesn't take long at all. You can see how much that fat has rendered. It smells so good with that salami and that onion mixture, and it really does look like cooked mince. So we can add a little tomato paste at this stage, about a tablespoon. Whenever you're using tomato paste, you do want to cook it off slightly before you add the other ingredients. So we'll just press that into the salami mixture. I want some heat, so some chili flakes. Definitely not a subtle pasta here. Lots of bold flavours. Some oregano, so dried oregano, a sprinkle. And the vodka. So this is sort of a bit of a play on that classic rigatoni with creamy vodka sauce. It's essentially vodka sauce, tomato base and a bit of cream. But I'm adding that salami to really give it an extra flavour. So a good swig of your favourite vodka. Give that a jiggle and just allow that to boil. We want to cook off some of that alcohol and you'll smell. When it smells raw, you know that it needs to boil a little longer. And once it becomes quite pleasant in smell, then you know that that's ready. A lot of it has evaporated. So now we can add the glue to this whole thing, which is the cream. The cream is going to make this into a rich, velvety sauce. I'm going to be using a cooking cream. It heats without splitting, particularly if you've got sauces like this that have alcohol in it. Some creams can split, so this is why I'm using the cooking cream, and I'm going to add a good amount, about 200 mils. Give that a stir, and look at that. We just want that to now thicken up and allow all those flavours to mingle. And just as that starts to boil, you'll see that thicken up nicely. Oh, smells good. A very small pinch of salt because the salami is salty. I'm also going to be adding some parmesan to this. So freshly grated parmesan, and we'll grate that not only to go through the pasta as I toss, but also for the garnish. So a generous handful. All right, happy with that. Let's grab the pasta al dente because it's going to continue cooking in our sauce. Just take that spoon out. And I do want some of that water to go in there. Quite a lot actually, because that's going to help emulsify our sauce. So no need to grab a strainer, you'll have to wash that up. So just use a slotted spoon, so much easier. and a bit of that starchy water is great. And I'll just fish the last few tubes out. Okay, back on the heat, bit of that Parmesan. And it could get a bit messy here, but that's all right, it's worth it. Give that a really good toss. Give that a shake. And you can see why you use rigatoni for a pasta like this, because all of that delicious creamy sauce is going to go into the tube, maximum flavour. All right, let's plate this up. Big spoon. And see, it's got that gorgeous rose colour. There's not that much tomato in here. It's just that tomato paste, the cream and the salami mixed together. And it is glossy, no split cream sauce here. Let's top that with a little sprinkling of extra Parmesan. And that is my take on pasta alla vodka. A little salami in there, lots of cream, perfect balance.